Okay, so this is My Life with Autism, activist Victor the Misanthrope. I don't know which account I'm going to upload this on, but we have a severe weather event that's probably going to occur tomorrow. There's definitely some pretty high confidence with this, and the presence of a moderate risk, which indicates a higher end event, is definitely concerning. Not in that personally, but still, that's quite concerning. Let's take a look at what the actual risks are. There is a 10% hatch tornado risk, so significant tornadoes appear possible. Wind risk, that's makes sense. It looks like a squall line is going to be the main threat, although one of the models I'll show you has it breaking up, so maybe that's where the tornado threat comes from. And then hail, that seems a bit less, but though definitely still concerning. It looks like they think that this is going to probably be more supercellular to the south and then more linear to the north. So let's take a look at which model is this. This is the NAM. Let me get rid of that. This is kind of what they're thinking is going to happen. This isn't very, yeah, I mean, you can see there's more broken cells down to the south, and it seems more linear up to the north. So, kind of what I was saying before. Let's take a look at another sector selection just to see what ends up happening down here. Yeah, it looks like the main threat was already covered up there. Let's take a look at the Dam Nest, which is kind of the same thing. It's another mid-ranged model. And let's do sector selection because we've already established that there's really not much of interest down there. Yeah, I mean, it looks like this is where it's going to start. It starts out just more discrete and then it becomes more linear with more broken stuff down there. Really, I mean, really, this is kind of what I'm seeing is it's going to be more linear up to the north and it's more broken and potentially supercellular down to the south. This one has like two little lines forming. It has higher resolution than the NAM, so that makes sense to be able to pick something like this up. Either way, the fact that this is a moderate risk on day two is quite concerning. So I definitely would keep an eye on this. I'll try to touch up on this tomorrow when more information becomes available. They might refine the location of this a bit. You can't necessarily trust SPC though. SPC has this habit of not like reneging when the threat lowers or not moving when it's like, oh, well, we thought it's going to be here, but it's going to be here instead. And I know that from talking to someone who works there. So let's take a look at day three. This is probably even more concerning for the simple fact that if they're that confident that there's going to be a moderate risk of severe weather that far out, that is concerning. That is concerning quite a bit. Oh wow, yeah. That level of confidence that far out is pretty uncommon. So I'm really interested and concerned to see how that's going to play out. And then there's a day four as this system moves offshore. Apparently, day eight has nothing because there's no text listed. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing ending up happening here. I'll definitely try to keep an eye on this and post it for tomorrow. See what ends up happening.